I would like to see Russell Wilson succeed. Russell Wilson gets a lot of bullshit thrown on top of him because of who he is and his personality. Um, but he does not deserve a lot of it. This year has been far better than last season. He is playing way better than last season, and not to mention in a league with a lot of mediocre ass quarterbacks.
Because the word motherfucker is a noun. It describes a person, place, or thing.
It's the motherfucking pie. Crew members. What up? What's up? What's am? It's your boy Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters.
Mr. Headquarters taught me.
You already know what it is. It's motherfucking picks week 10, Monday Night Football edition, part 3 of week 10 picks. I am here to bring you my picks for this Monday night matchup between the Denver Broncos, who are 3-5, and the Buffalo Bills, who are 5-3. The Bills are favored by 7. Scratch that. The Bills are 5-4. The Bills are 5-4. The Broncos are 3-5. I would like to see Russell Wilson succeed. Russell Wilson gets a lot of bullshit thrown on top of him because of who he is and his personality. But he does not deserve a lot of it. This year has been far better than last season. He is playing way better than last season, and not to mention in a league with a lot of mediocre ass quarterbacks. Bills are favored at home by a touchdown, full touchdown. The over-under on the points is 46.5. Now, this is a Friday night that I'm recording this. The injury reports don't normally drop for Monday night games till Saturday. So there is no injury report other than that Stephon Diggs is reportedly questionable for this game, but all signs point to he will play this game. So other than that, there is no other injury report for this game. So with that being said, though, I think this should be a decent matchup. Both of these teams have a lot to still play for. Denver, yes, only being 3-5, still has a lot to play for. They currently in the standings of everything, as I pull that up here. Denver is in the AFC West, the bottom of the AFC West, a game behind the Raiders, a game and a half behind the Chargers, and several games behind the Chiefs. Now, they are one of the few teams that gave the Chiefs one of their two. Now, they are one of the few teams that gave the Chiefs one of their 2 losses on the season so far. So they do have somewhat to play for. You know what I'm saying? They just coming off that week in week 9 that they came up with that big victory over the Chiefs, holding the Chiefs to under 10 points. The defense stepped up big for the first time all season, especially after they gave up 70 in week 3 to the motherfucking Dolphins. Nobody expected the Chiefs to lay an egg offensively against the Denver Broncos defense this season. So, but one thing I do want to talk about that a lot of people love to just pile on the bullshit is this Denver Broncos offense. Now, this Sean Payton team is not the usual Sean Payton team from the Saints from a couple years back, right? So this is not a high-powered offense. Now, it is a decent offense. It is not what they expected it to be before Russell Wilson was traded over to Denver and was expected to have a high-powered offense. And then even more so when Sean Payton showed up this past offseason. Now, the Denver Broncos offense is ranked 16th, along with their 24th ranked defense, going up against the Bills, who are showing up a impressive second overall offense, and a seventh overall defense. Now, that is a little bit of skewed numbers because it doesn't mention about turnovers, time of possession, shit like that. So it is interesting because Buffalo has had some hiccups here and there in this season already, where they have lost some bonehead ass games that they should not have been losing in the first place. The first one that comes to mind is when they lost to, let me pull it up here, when they lost week 1 to the New York Jets. After Aaron Rodgers went down after the first series, in comes Zach Wilson, and they still lose this fucking game 22-16, right? So that's the first game. They come back, smack the Raiders and Commanders as they should, and even smack the Dolphins around in week 4. Okay. Then week 5, they show up, big matchup against the Jaguars, which at the time, nobody really knew if the Jaguars was for real yet. Some people were saying that they knew, but whatever. The Jaguars take care of business on the road against Buffalo, winning that game 25-20, right? All right, giving them that second loss. Then the Bills come back, beat up on the Giants, as everybody else did. Lackluster win. They won 14-9. Then they came around and lost to the Patriots 29-24, big divisional game that they lost. And then beat the Bucks, and then following that up with a loss to the Bengals last week in week 9. So the Buffalo Bills schedule is not the easiest. Obviously, they have other teams out there with way far stronger. There's other teams out there with stronger. There's other teams out there with weaker schedules that have been feasting on bad teams to make themselves look like they are better than they are. I'm looking at the Detroit Lions to speak of just a few teams that I can think of off the top of my head. So Buffalo, to me, is a bit of a slight bit fraudulent. They can move the ball up and down the field like nobody else, but they at times have a problem with just fucking turning the ball over. So that's their biggest issue, primarily at the quarterback position. Josh Allen will fucking fumble that bitch away, or he'll throw another pick, multiple picks, some games to the other team. He just hasn't been his normal self the past few years this season so far. Now, has he been playing somewhat of an elite level? Yes, he has. For the most part, he's tops in yardage, tops in touchdowns, like normal. But one of the top quarterbacks, like normal. But his inconsistencies have cost him some games here and there. Now, on the flip side of the spectrum, you have Denver. Denver has been having a rough fucking season since the beginning of it. Losing week 1 to the Raiders, then losing to the Commanders week 2, going 0-3, and with the nail in the coffin early on by getting 70 points dropped on their head in week 3. Then bouncing back week 4, finally with a win over the Bears. Then dropping to 1-4, losing to the Jets, and then 1-5, losing to the Chiefs. They finally turn it around and get their second win over the Packers at home, and then follow that up with a win over the Chiefs in back-to-back weeks. Now, they've had a bye week since then. Now, I will say this. History has shown that Sean Payton teams, primarily when he was in New Orleans, have fared poorly coming out of a bye week, going into a new opponent following a bye. So I'm not having high expectations on this for the Broncos. I would like to see Russell Wilson succeed. Russell Wilson gets a lot of bullshit thrown on top of him because of who he is and his personality. But he does not deserve a lot of it. This year has been far better than last season. He is playing way better than last season. And not to mention in a league with a lot of mediocre ass quarterbacks. So I think it is a luxury to have Russell Wilson. Now, some will be mad to have Russell Wilson for this minimum production, or at least above average, slightly above average production for the amount of money that he's demanding, that he's also getting paid. So yeah, I can understand that being saying, okay, maybe his contract is a little inflated, but you still need good quarterback play. Now, with that being said, they are on a 2-game winning streak right now. And as said before, they are a 7-point underdog in this game against Buffalo. Now, don't get it twisted. Buffalo is a still potential threat to win the Super Bowl, or at least get to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I don't think they will, but I would be naive in living under a fucking rock to say that I don't think that they can't make it based off the talent, because they definitely got the talent. When you stack up their talent on their team, offensive and defensively, they kind of rank up like how the Ravens are, or the Eagles are, or maybe even in some cases how the 49ers are, from both on an offensive and defensive standpoint. They just have talent on both sides of the ball, on both sides of the field. So with that being said, though, I still think Denver can give this game a little bit of a potential back and forth, but I just don't see Denver keeping up with Buffalo's offense. Buffalo's offense should beat up on Denver early and often. The only way I think Denver wins this game is if Buffalo just can't hold on to the football and it just turn that motherfucker over all the time. Denver's definitely got to rely on Jerry Jeudy to make some damn plays this week. They also got to rely on some other key players such as Russell Wilson and I'm blanking on his name, Jerome Williams at running back. They definitely are really, really needing some production out of him, and also out of Adam Troutman. I mean, goddamn, man, this dude has been talking about being good all this time for several years in New Orleans and in Denver when Sean Payton brought him over, along with a couple other Saints players. They just haven't been doing it consistently. So they need some kind of consistency on offense to say that they are a Sean Payton offense of the past. Because this new Sean Payton offense in Denver, it's okay, but it can definitely improve. On the other side of the field, Buffalo just got to hold on to the ball. They have all the talent on both offense and defense. They should dominate this game. The only way they can really lose this game is if they shoot themselves in the foot. So with that being said, I'm calling Buffalo to win this game. Buffalo, let's see. Let's go back to what this over under for the total points is 46.5. Okay, cool. I got it. I'm going to call Denver to lose. Buffalo to win this game 27-17. Denver. Buffalo should win this game over Denver 27-17. Let me know what your comments is. Who y'all got in this game? Do y'all think Denver can win this game Monday night, or y'all think Buffalo is going to just continue to make a playoff push just like they've been doing for the past couple of seasons to get themselves in potential hopes for the Super Bowl? Now, with that being said, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do y'all think Denver going to win this game, or do you think Buffalo will win this game? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, with that being said, that is it for this episode. Make sure you check us out on our main platform, the MF'N Pod. And make sure you check out our sports page on IG as well. Motherfucking Sports Pod, MF'N Sports Pod. Now, with that being said, make sure you join the crew. Hit that subscribe button. Show your support. Hit the like button. Holla at your boys on the next video. And make sure you comment in the comment section of who you think gonna win and why. All right. So with that being said, that is it for motherfucking picks week 10. Let us know what y'all think. With that being said, I'm your motherfucking host, Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters.
Mr. Headquarters taught me.
You already know what it is. Week 10 motherfucking picks, you heard me? It's the motherfucking pie.